Everybody's Kevin Key, and I'm back. Kevin Key Speaks, obviously. You know, a lot of times people ask, how did you come up with the Crispy? How did you end up getting that name? And so my main thing was, I said, my images are going to be so sharp, it's just going to be crisp, that the people are going to look at it and be like, man, that's crisp. And then that would be what I would be known as. You know, who you want to be, who people view you to be, has a lot to do with who you are when they see you. Does the persona match up with the image? Does the reputation match up with the person they actually see? You know, we may not have control over what people say about us, but we can control what people see when they meet us. And I think that's always important. You being the best person that you can be, being prepared as much as you can be prepared to just move forward. You know, I hear a lot of people talking about always forward, always moving forward. And I think moving forward has a lot to do with how prepared you are. You know, even if you're in a car, you can't move forward unless you put it in drive. Even if you put it in drive, you can't move forward unless you have gas in the car. You know, so there's always steps in anything to get to where you're going. You know, I remember I used to have this saying, I'm going to sharpen my sword. Keep sharpening my sword. You know, while I'm waiting, I'm just sharpening this sword for that day when it comes. And I felt like my sword got so sharp to where I couldn't even put it in a sheath. Like it would just cut through the sheath itself. Because while I was waiting, I was preparing. I was sharpening the skills, sharpening the skills, sharpening the skills. And I remember even when there was no work, I would create my own work. You know, even when nobody was calling me. I mean, you can look on Facebook. You see I always put out little things. Hey, anybody want to shoot? Whatever it took to continue to perfect the craft. And I see a lot of people talking about Red, Airy, you know, really high-end cameras. And here's the thing. Don't let the world fool you into thinking that if you don't have one of those cameras, that you can't produce good stuff. You know, don't let the world fool you that if you don't have cinema lenses, your stuff won't look good. Don't let the world fool you that if you don't have huge lights that you can't make it look good. I feel like you should grow at the level of where you're at. You know, I remember I started off with a little handy cam. And then once I got to the point that I maxed that out, I went to the next level. Then I got another camera, my DSLR. And then once I felt like I maxed that one out, I went to the next level. You know, a lot of times we're just so quick to try to jump levels that we don't max out the previous one. And so now we have these things that can do way more than what we ever use them for. Because we didn't take the time to learn everything that we could before moving to the next level. So what am I saying in all this? I'm simply saying, max out where you're at. And as the need arises, upgrade more things and add on more things. Guy asked me on set the other day, he says, man, did you buy all this at once? I said, no. Every time I did another show, I said, man, if only I had this little piece here. And then I would add that piece. When I got into edit, I would say, man, if only how am I able to do this? Goes back to sharpening the sword, research. Oh, all I needed was this piece. $20 here, $30 there. And across years, that's the other side. It's years of work. It's not overnight, which goes back into the grind. You cannot bypass the grind. The grind is there. Any successful person you talk to will tell you, the grind is there. The grind is real. And the grind is set to separate the people that really want it from the people that talk about it. And that's just the bottom line. If you're discouraged by the grind, it may not be for you. Because you're going to continually have to grind. It's not a one-time grind. And that's the problem. A lot of people think that it's a one-time grind. It's not. Success is grinding from one moment to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Continually proving that you deserve to be here. Continually proving that you want it more than the other person that's beside you. Because there's always somebody waiting to take your place. And that grind is what separates you from that guy. It's you saying, I want it more than you, and I'm willing to do more than what you're willing to do. Guys, it's right in front of you. Whatever you want, people trying to call when I'm doing my videos. Whatever you want is right there. It's there. But you got to work for it. You got to lose sleep, lose money, sometimes lose friends, sometimes lose family, all because you have this vision set in front of you that nobody else can see. And just hopefully, by some chance you make it, other people will see it and go, oh, I get it now. But a lot of times, even once you make it, they still don't get it. Which, once again, there's the grind. Another piece, pushing through that. So it's constantly pushing through to get to another place in hopes that other people will get it and be there too with you. But what if they're not? It's for you to decide. How bad do you want it? And what's the sacrifice worth? This is yours truly, Kevin Key. And I'm just saying, the grind is real. But if it's in your heart, it's going to always be in your heart. Might as well get it out. Kevin Key Speaks. See you on the next one. Keep grinding.